Hello, Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and if not, a happy. What is today? Wednesday, Jesus. Wednesday the 28th to you. I hope everyone had a lovely holiday if you celebrated Christmas. I hope it was relaxing. I hope you're healthy. You didn't get Omicron. We are, oh my god, why did the game capture? Oh, there we go. Boom, perfect. Look, it's just like new, just like we never left. We are continuing on with Alan Wake, American Nightmare DLC, the last DLC for Alan Wake. Did not stream last week with it being sort of the Christmas holiday and all. It was a lot of running around, a lot of time spent with family and with friends and loved ones. So I do appreciate, you know, if you're able to join this week as we finish off Alan Wake here. Gonna keep it sort of rolling this week and a little bit more on the regular schedule as we had been the last few weeks or so. The plan is to beat this, and if we can do that, then we are transitioning straight ahead into Dark Souls 3, which was a request by Swagmaster. So hopefully we're able to do that. If not, we'll be streaming tomorrow. So we'll definitely finish this tomorrow if we don't finish it today. Oh, it's Tuesday. Oh my god. Well, it could be Wednesday if people are overseas, perhaps in Australia, Asia. It is technically Wednesday morning there, so happy Tuesday to those of you in the States, or I guess in some parts of Europe, and happy Wednesday to everyone on the Far East. One thing I do want to call out, Kizzer got me this lovely, let's see if I can center this here, this lovely Start Soon piece. If I can leave it down there, it sort of looks like it's on the stream itself a little bit. That's pretty cool. But thank you very much, Kizzer, for this. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, let's not waste any time. We have a DLC to get through. Let's see, Alan Wake. So, American Nightmare DLC. Alan is in some sort of fugue state situation. This is the
drive-in.
Third part, I guess.
Once the site of lurid celluloid fantasies, it's now the site of an art exhibition. And yet, it's the search for closure rather than culture that brings the champion of light here.
All I want is my Uzi. Oh shit. Wasted a flare right off the bat. Let's see. How much is the drive-through? $6 for one adult. $30 for 5 adults. It's a pretty good deal, if I do say so myself. It looks really nice on stream. It does look really nice on stream. Like I said, if I like prop it up, it's like a little overlay, if you will. Alright, let's see. We are at the drive-in theater.
Oh, it's you. That's
Spicy
fantastic.
beef bowl. Welcome.
Go
How
away.
are you?
No, I want you. But you'll get angry if you're here. So, you gotta go.
That's not his wife.
You know I'll do what you want.
Okay.
I love you so much.
I mean, it's clearly a
Did you know
taken.
that love hurts? Are you gonna hurt me now? 'Cause you should.
Lady, you got darkness on the brain. I
Look
think
at
I can help
Alan
you if
walked
I
in
can
with his
get the license.
Uzi fully fucking
You can't
loaded.
turn the power back on. It's not allowed. You said.
So, where shouldn't I go so I don't turn the power back on accidentally?
It's the big building on the other side of the drive-in, but it's locked.
Where's the key? Just so that I know to avoid it.
It's on the wall next to the cash register. But you can't. You can't. Don't be bad.
Hey,
Oh
no
my,
problem.
don't be
I'm
bad.
just gonna go do some other stuff. Scout's honor.
What the fuck?
Just try to stay calm. I've seen
Yeah,
this kind
please
of
stay
thing
calm,
before.
lady.
I think think you're gonna be okay.
Why is it so hard to think?
You've been touched by darkness.
Oh,
I'm hoping it's not permanent.
that's what we've been touched by?
Remember when you were
Darkness?
here before and you kissed me and then everything got all dark? That was the best.
Listen, this is very important. Where did he... I mean...
Oh, that's right.
Where did I
It's
go?
not
Tell me
Alan.
that.
It's Darkness
You
clone.
don't need to go anywhere. You're here
Mr.
now,
Scratch.
and you're in my head. You should be in me. You should touch me again.
Oh my goodness. Let's turn on the radio.
And we're back with old gods of Asgard and their manager, Barry Wheeler. Guys, you're on your comeback tour, and you're playing a lot of your classic material. But you've also got a new single out.
Let's see. I want to be bad. Oh my god.
Hard to go back in the studio after such a long time.
Are you kidding me? They were chomping
I
at
wish
the bit.
Alonzo would rub me
Hey.
with an Uzi.
Just in case there's a part of you...
He is. Look, it's
freaking
right.
out right
It's
now.
right on his hands.
It's not your fault.
Time in,
I promise I'll do what I can to help you, okay?
I don't.
The man has encountered this
Yeah, it's time
before.
to go before this lady
People
gets
whose
too horny.
integrity has been suborned by the insidious touch of the darkness. He has experienced it himself, but merciful light burned away the darkness in his brain.
Oh shit.
Not good.
I mean, took to mow my man down. See ya. Fucking love the Uzi, man. Never gets old, for real. I never want to use another gun again. Like, do we go over to the... Time Child, welcome, hello. Glad you can make it. I appreciate the woman's directness. Well, she's not really being direct, she's possessed, right? We got a manuscript page here. Let's read it. A car in flight.
The car seemed to sail through the crisp mountain air in slow motion, spinning around one axis almost lazily. The moment was hypnotic. Then it struck the pipeline in a shower of sparks, the impact turning the windshield into a burst of safety glass. As it hit the ground, I snapped out of my reverie. The car was rolling downhill, slowing down as every bump killed momentum but still coming. The fence wouldn't be enough to stop it.
I guess we'll be in the fence. I mean, do we want to go up here to the souvenir shop real quick? I guess take a mini detour? Is it worth it? I guess it was not worth it. Oh, crossbow. A crossbow? Oh, wow. Look at that. I mean, unless a crossbow is like a one-hit kill, I think we're just gonna stick with the Uzi and the hunting rifle for now. Let's see. Possessed by the desire for your censored. Oh my goodness. Well, like I said, she's possessed by the Taken, and Mr. Scratch had his way.
Oh, look!
There he is.
Mr. Hero's here! You ready to save the day?
Oh shit. What? These guys, what the fuck are these guys gonna do? Hey, guess what? Nothing. You know why? Because I got my Uzi. See ya. Oh! Good night. Got nothing on me. Absolutely nothing on Alan, friends. What's over at this car? Got a little question mark on the head. For your dick. Oh my god. I gotta censor that word. Can't be saying dick in the chat. Let's see, what really matters?
It's been 2 years since I came here. Being that long without Alice breaks my heart. And I know it broke hers. I know she
Oh, so
thinks I'm
Alice is
dead.
still in our
How
life.
could I blame her for that? It would be a crime to pretend that she owes me anything. She took all the stupid, self-indulgent bullshit I brought into her life and still stood by me. Still loved me. It's no betrayal. But I'm a better person now than I used to be. I want to be that person with her.
So is this, I guess this is pre-marriage to Alice? What the fuck? Uh-oh. What the fuck is going on? Wish I played Goodbye Horses. It's like that scene in Reservoir Dogs. Oh, that's it. I thought he was gonna definitely stab the dude, but he didn't. Alright, let's restore the power. Do we have to jump down? Oh, I think we do. Go over there, staircase. I also very much appreciate just the constant full
You are gonna shit yourself when you realize
Full
what
ammo.
I've done. Shut up!
that this game gives you. Or another attaché case. Uh-oh. An assault rifle. Who else is coming? Can we unlock the assault rifle? Ah, no. We don't have 20 manuscript pages by now? Oh. Oh, our friend is coming. Maybe he gave up. It looks like powers. Oh, it is very foggy. It's very dark. Very foggy. But when you got an Uzi, it doesn't even matter. Night. Let's see.
Alice, my wife.
Oh no, we are married to
The best
Alice.
thing that ever happened to me. She smiles and the darkness lifts. For her, I've tried things I otherwise never would. I've never really minded if it's made me feel like a fool. She's a photographer, and the world she sees through her lenses is unique and beautiful. She has the vision. She sees things others don't and knows how to make them visible to everybody. She did it with me, too. She teased
Timed
out
that
things I
pump.
was
Oh
only
my
vaguely aware
god,
of.
you did. You timed him
She
out.
always saw me in the best
That is
possible light.
true. I forgot to mention at the start of the stream. After last stream, I had gone through and I added a whole bunch of things you can use your points on. I also moved the emojis around so I think everybody can use them, regardless of subscription status. Please let me know if otherwise. But yeah, one of the things you can spend your points on is timing somebody out so that they can't speak anymore. I definitely forgot to mention that.
I should be able to figure this out.
But we gotta do a triple switch. There are specific...
Red lights, green lights. They have to mean something.
They do, yes. Okay, good guess. Oh yeah, we can fight Tex. I don't know if you want to go up against Alan Uzi. Turn the lights off. Oh, that's electric. Where are the other two guys? I'm gonna get sizzled on here. Where did we go? Oh, over here. I see.
You have no idea how badly you're screwed. It's gonna be a blast to watch you find out. Don't want to get hit by those.
By what? Get hit by anything. I don't even give a fuck. This gun it's like so funny. It makes the game, it's like easy mode. Like, yeah, I can use 2 shots from a carbine or just mow them down with the Uzi. Let's see, baby. You know, the funny thing is, Pitcha, when you redeem that timeout, quite honestly, I couldn't even tell you how long he's timed out for. He left? I don't know. Maybe you timed him out and he had enough. I'm not looking at the specific viewer list, so I couldn't tell you. Oh, there he is. I think his name is Scratch. We got a full-length feature of him tonight.
Wait.
Oh. Easy as butter. Oh wait, I saw a manuscript page. I guess it's inside. Let's see what our possessed lover...
Smell you. I can smell you out there.
Mm-hmm. Is the guard lights outside? Guess so. Around the building. Oh, there's the other manuscript page. Bright Falls.
My writer's block got worse. I didn't sleep much anymore. My life with Alice seemed like a constant fight. I was a wreck. Alice took steps. She
Oh,
booked a
he's back.
vacation
Well,
in
welcome
White Falls,
back,
a small
Spicy
town in
People. Let's see if you're
Washington.
still timed
It
out.
was supposed to be a chance to break out of the cycle I was in. She didn't know about the darkness in Cauldron Lake.
I mean, apparently we didn't know about the darkness either. Turn on the lights. Inside, I guess, right? Am I missing something? Where's the switch? Oh.
No, don't. Oh, it's not. It's you. Did you help me?
Looks like you're feeling better now.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. I don't know what happened. There was this
I was
guy.
gone tending to the young
Don't say
prince.
anything. I know
Well,
I'm
that is
lucky, but
the
I'm not.
responsibility of a
I just don't
proud
feel
papa.
anything he does. It was in my head. I feel like I need to take 50 showers.
Where is he?
That asshole wanted to get into the projector booth. He was talking about fixing things so the sun never comes up. God, it didn't seem that weird when he was saying it. It sounded really good at the time.
You weren't yourself. Projector booth. That sounds about right. I need to get in there.
Let's
I have
see.
the access code for
I
the
tried
door.
to redeem my
Here.
time someone else out
Just glad
rewards
you showed up
points to
now.
prevent
He
the
said he'd be back after he'd arranged
homoerotic
for
language from
some
spreading. Oh my
security.
goodness.
You feel up to telling me what's going on here?
We have an art exhibition here, supposed to open tomorrow. I'm the curator. My name's Serena Valdivia.
Alan Wake.
Holy shit, it is you. I mean, I've
I'm
seen
Alan
you on the
Wake.
big screen. I know your wife.
Oh, hydrate.
Yo, Alice? Wait,
Will do.
big screen.
Yeah, we have a film from her here.
Mm.
What the hell happened to you?
Got a nice good old sip of coffee
Give that to Alice.
Oh, God, yeah.
in
sorry.
my
It's quite a
Goku,
coincidence that you're
my Goku
here.
cup.
She made this short film. I mean, she shot it years ago. You're in it. It's a part of the exhibition.
I'm in a
Who did?
film.
Alice shot it?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's just footage she shot of you at some point, but she turned it into this thing. It's almost like a memorial of sorts, because, you know, you're supposed to be dead, or something.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hydrate again. Okay, okay.
How's Alice? Is she all right?
She's okay, I guess, all things considered. I know it
3
really well.
hydrates. Thank you. I'm gonna be very camouflage. Oh, we're doing it again. Hydrate.
Nobody knows what happened to you, but there are people who say they've seen you.
That wasn't me.
I'm out.
It's the same. Like, you know.
I'm out of coffee.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You made me pop a flare.
Thought of him makes me
I got us some water now.
hate him, but there's something about him. God, he's
Oh, I am
so
hydrated,
creepy.
bitcha.
Anyway,
Don't you worry about that. This is all I have though. If I run out of this, we're gonna have to take a be right back break, so I can go refill because I'm not gonna have anything else to hydrate. Oh. Hey. All right. Gotta fight again.
That's the security system? I guess it was too much.
What? Do I just like walk up with a flare? Beautiful. Looks like we got a third fountain. Nice. Nice and easy with these flares. I don't think I put the... Did I put the DLC on easy? Or did I put it on normal? Maybe I put it on easy just to try to like punch through it. Either way, we're gonna be out of flares. So that's not good. Let's get in the projector building.
The Champion of Light can feel the fragment of the signal in his pocket. The weapon that can change what will be. It's incomplete, but it's all he has.
Okay. It was late at night. The summer was almost over. No, we need late at night. That's late. The summer was almost over. What does that say? This old chair. Nope. August, yeah. 2:30 a.m. August. That summer's almost over.
Oh, hell, this isn't going right.
What are we doing?
You've been up to something, haven't you? Too bad it's not gonna do any good. I'm a better you than you ever will be, and I've got all the time in the world. Everything you've got's going to be mine. Your life. Your wife! What are you gonna do about it? The sun's never coming up now. I can keep this up forever. Show yourself!
Behind you,
Whatever you
dummy.
say, buddy.
Oh, shit, Al. Oh, Al. That butt shot. Honeycam Studio.
The rush of darkness is
I
unstoppable.
don't. I always forget. Do I own Honeycam Studio? I don't think I can stream Honeycam Studio.
Time itself twists and tears, sweeping the Champion of Light back with its
I
dark
think I could just like
currents.
stream my face playing Honeycam Studio. I don't think I can actually stream that game because of all of
Again,
the
he enters the world.
lewdness, if you
Now
will.
he sees the trap for what it is. A
Boom.
maze that
if
leads
that's
back into
if that's
itself.
what you want, we could try.
I'm here again. Set me back.
Pick up the flare gun. Okie doke. Is this Bright Falls? This is Cauldron Lake again? Looks like. Is that the porn dating game? I mean, it's not really porn per se, but yes, it.
Oh, not birds again. What the hell?
What? It's a porn puzzle game. I mean, you can play the game without the. I mean, well, you can play the game without the nudity scenes in them, and in that sense, it's not necessarily porn. But yeah, it's like they get naked. You're doing it for nude scenes. And you get to choose your own adventure. You sort of just date. Yeah, you pick who you want to date. Then you play like a Bejeweled. I think it's like a Bejeweled style game. It's been a little bit. And if you do well on your date in your puzzle, then the clothes come off. Yes. And then the more dates you go on, the more scenes, or the more explicit, I should say, the scenes can become. Can we go in here? Didn't I take the hotel keys last time? Oh, she's alive. I thought she was dead.
Wow, it is you. I guess all of it really happened.
You remember me?
Kind of. I felt weird all day, like I could almost remember a dream I had, and then just before sunset, I remembered the page.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go get those things again.
Not all of them. I went out and got them. Well, most of them. I felt stupid at first, but then it was getting dark, and those things started showing up, and one of them made off with the battery. It ran into the railroad tunnel. There was no way I was gonna follow him in there.
I don't remember if last time
It's good you didn't.
she died or maybe she just got possessed.
Yeah, I kind of remember something. Something bad
I guess she
happened to
got
me,
just
didn't it?
possessed.
Forget it. It doesn't have to happen again, okay? Just do what I say.
Yeah, okay. God, this is too weird. Am I going crazy here? Just go get that battery.
Try to stay calm. You're perfectly sane. We're caught in a time loop. That's
Oh.
why this is happening again.
Okay.
I believe you. God, I feel like I might just lose it any second now.
That's probably why
How
we
come
started
I'm
from
not
the
freaking
beginning
out over
after
this?
that
Because
cutscene.
on my personal weird shit-o-meter, this just doesn't rate.
You can play Honey without the nudity, but it's like a Big Mac without the special sauce. Yes, that's true, but Honey without the nudity might be the only way I can stream it without getting banned.
I hope so. Are you gonna make everything blow up at the oil field again?
I have to.
Well, whatever the hell else you might be, at least you're not boring.
Just the battery.
That's the nail gun.
That'll save time.
Find the battery. Oh, flares. Very important. A manuscript page. Night Springs, the Cold TV show.
Night Springs doesn't exist. It's a fictional town from the TV show I used to work on. It was Any Place USA, a place we used as a backdrop for whatever strange story we had that week. One of the stories I wrote for the show involved a man, the champion of light, fighting his evil double, the Herald of Darkness. It was something I'd written back in the real world, something I had a link to, a framework I could build on. I had adapted it into a new story. This story.
Alright, alright. Do we want to turn on this TV? Do we already watch this?
Okay. So this chick just came up to me and said she's my biggest fan.
Oh, Jesus.
I know. They all say that, right? And she's giving me the eye. So I make a couple of moves, we have a couple of drinks, and then things start happening. But I say I have to go to the bathroom first. Uh-oh, right? She's got no idea. Watch this. This is gonna be priceless.
It's gonna kill her?
That's nice.
I thought you'd like that. Are you tense? You feel a little tense.
Maybe a little. I had a crabby day.
Yeah?
Don't worry. It's improving real fast.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hey, don't stop. It's just getting good.
Watch this.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah! Did you see that?
Holy shit.
Oh man! Did you see her? Boom!
Man, we gotta get this Dark Twin. That's so fucked. She's just sitting there with like her throat slit. Okay, wow. Let me see if I can find a few more manuscript pages.
Now Night Springs is in Arizona, although not for long. It's in Arizona because whatever the town that has become Night Springs is really called is located near one of the thin, worn places in the world where dreams and reality flow together and life is always a little strange. Perfect analogy for Night Springs. I can't return to the real world, I've tried, but I'm operating on dream logic, forcing the door open a crack so I can slip through. I can enter the strange little town of Night Springs. All I did was put it in Arizona for one night.
Here's that railroad tunnel.
Well, this should be perfectly safe.
Oh, that got me. Oh, there's the battery.
Now I just need her to charge this up.
Can we... Are they coming after me? Of course they are. Shit, that's a lot of spiders, man. Oh! Oh no! Shit. Emma! Emma! See, I remember I came over one day confused as to what you were playing. Yeah, I remember that day. Oh, beautiful Eric, welcome. Looks like Alan finally woke up. No, we're still sleeping. We're still sleeping.
Try to stay calm.
Look, what if you stay here with me, please?
No.
I'm sorry, but if I don't deal with this, no one else will.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm dealing with it.
It's just that this is getting really creepy. I believe this is real.
Oh yeah, we
I
got
don't
the Super
understand
Glock. This is the Alan Wake
I'm
Uzi.
getting scared. I can't believe you're so calm.
I get scared, but I've had a lot of time to get used to it. That helps. The guy who looks like me is the reason this is happening. I caught up with him, but he swept me back here.
Back in time.
Yeah, it's a trap. We'll be doing this forever unless I can break out of it.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna
Working
write a
on it. I
story.
came prepared, but things got kind of scrambled when I arrived. I'm tracking down the things I need.
Yeah, well, feel free to climb back into your DeLorean or whatever it is you do.
Yep. First, let's get some ammo. Thank you. What about the glizzy? Oh no, Alan Wake doesn't have glizzies. I wish he did. But he doesn't have the glizzy gun in this game. Ayo. Oh, I hear birds. Let's read the page first. My best friend.
I don't make friends easily. I know plenty of people, but I don't let most of them close. I've known Barry Wheeler ever since we were
Barry,
little boys.
the best character.
We had the time of our lives. I'd get us in trouble, and he'd talk us out of it. Things haven't changed that much now that we're grown-ups. He's the most loyal and dependable person I've ever met, and all the things that count anyway. You could call him a weasel, and you wouldn't be entirely wrong. You could call him a clown, and I would reluctantly agree. But he has never let me down.
Barry Wheeler, best character. What are we doing? Hey, hey, hey. I'm gonna be running out of, oh, here we go. Whew. Just in time.
Well, here we go again. Better get ready to run.
Alright. The wheel was in place, the oil was flowing, the battery was attached. Oh, yeah, we did this last time. Since it's a time loop. This was, the Kasabian song, I think. Yeah. Where's the manuscript page? Oh, here it is. Let's see. The appearance of Mr. Scratch.
I'm trapped in the darkness. He has started appearing to me. Mr. Scratch. He can travel back into the world effortlessly, and he loves to rub my face in it. At first, he was just an echo in the darkness, a flicker beyond the edge of my vision. Now he started showing himself, getting bolder all the time, telling me what a great time he's having in the world while I'm stuck here, and what he plans to do, especially to Alice. All the moves I have left are dangerous and desperate. I have no choice. I have to hunt him.
He has to hunt him. Let's see. Is Dark Souls next after Woke? Yes. It is going to be actually Dark Souls 3 specifically. Oh yeah. It is in game. I wasn't playing that. It is a good song. But I wasn't playing it. It was part of the game here. Remedy, I think that's the publisher. Remedy has a lot of product placement and shit in this game. It's actually quite funny. how many like sponsorships and things they paid for are just like littered all over the game. Oh! I wasn't expecting that. We're gonna save Emma this time. I got the Allen Uzi. Uh-oh. I'm out of bullets. Emma.
Keep your head down.
Like, do I want to flashbang these fools? Ow. I need bullets stat.
It's okay. It's safe now.
Open up, Emma, baby.
I got a really bad feeling about all of this.
I'm gonna need those keys to the diner now. There's a motel key there that I have to get.
Oh, hey, you don't have to do that. I have the motel master key. I work for the same company, you know. What's at the motel?
It's literally in the same parking lot as your garage, lady.
He's got something I need to get into the Mount Redtooth Observatory.
God, that's awful. Hey, you wanted to know about the guy who looked like you, didn't you?
The last time you said he had a party, but you didn't go.
No, that's not true. I did go. It was really great at first, and then I didn't see it myself, but I hear he turned nasty. He hurt a bunch of guys pretty bad, and there was this girl, she died. But I didn't hear about that until afterwards. I thought that he was so charming.
And then he went to the diner.
That's right. I wasn't involved with that at all. I don't know what happened.
Fine. I need to check out these motel rooms. In the meantime, you stay here, okay? I'm serious. Keep the lights on and stay here.
Yeah, okay. You got it. I sure hope you're right about this.
You're gonna stay here this time, right?
Because the last time I didn't, and that thing, whatever it is, happened to me.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get hurt again.
Don't worry, I'm gonna stay put. I don't remember what happened exactly, but I learned my lesson.
Good. It doesn't have to happen exactly the same way this time around. You proved that much when you went out and got those things for me. I think you're gonna be okay.
Let's hope you're right.
Alright, you better stay there this time, lady. What the fuck? Okay.
And fills her with dread. This time, she does as she's told. It's not enough to save
Emma,
her.
I'm so sorry. Oh, no, nothing wins. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Sorry, Emma. I really am. Oh yeah, he's dead. Wait, before we do that, let's get the manuscript page. Wake's friends.
Alice and Barry, my wife and my best friend, are easily the two most important people in my life. And they've never really gotten along with each other. I suppose both of them resent the other's intrusions into what they considered their domain. After I was gone, they maintained an uneasy truce. My book stayed in print, still selling, the licensing machine churned away. She was my wife and controlled the intellectual property. He was my agent and took care of the business. I wish they found more common ground than that.
Alright, now we can go to the observatory. She died how? What happened? I missed it. The only thing that happened was this time around Alan told her to stay in the garage, and she did, and then when we left the garage, the darkness went in and killed her anyway.
It's said that nobody knows.
We don't know
the
what
future
happened
might
because the door
bring,
closed, but
for this man,
in
it's
this
no longer
time loop,
entirely
she
true.
still
A
dies, I
weaker
guess.
man might simply give up, but the champion of light is an expert on destiny. Sometimes the puppet and puppeteer can be one and the same.
Yeah. It doesn't really show, it's just the door closes and she screams. So I guess we're going back to the observatory. I guess we visit each of these locations in the time loop here until we can change the loop.
Man-made eyes that stare into the endless depths of space. Tonight, the champion of light will depend on them to pick out a message from the ether. As history repeats itself, the man remembers the patterns. He knows that he needs the missing part for the telescope.
Alright, we just took out the lights.
Oh, praise.
Hey! This is not good.
You know, when the hours feels like I'm stuck in a rut and just
There's a manuscript page in here. Oh, a tumbleweed. Here it is. Let's see, Dr. Meadows. Oh, and New Reality. I guess we didn't read this one.
The atmosphere in the projection booth at the drive-in was charged, almost unreal. Despite that, the air felt cool and refreshing this late at night. It'd been a hot day. The summer was nearing its end, but it wasn't over yet.
That's what we used to like set the
When
stage
Dr.
in the
Rachel Meadows
production.
got the call from Michael,
the projector
telling her to
booth.
hurry to the observatory, she didn't waste any time. It had been a nice party. She'd had a good time, but her social life would always play second fiddle to the mysteries of space. Michael never showed up, of course. He pulled over at the wrong rest stop. She never even thought about him at the time. The phenomenon in the sky above her was too fascinating.
Maybe she'll be alive again next go around, assuming there is one. I mean, Alan said that we are in a time loop, but I don't know, exactly how many times we're going to be looping here. Oh! Can we open up this case? The hunting rifle. Isn't that what we have here? Does this have a scope? No. Oh, manuscript page is right here. Let's see. Cosmological truths.
There are places where our world is worn thin, and another reality brushes
I do
against
remember
ours.
when we saw a real life
One
tumbleweed
such site
just
is
right
Calder
across the
Lake
road
near
there.
Bright Falls, Washington. But there are
Back
others.
in good old Denver,
That other
Colorado.
reality is dark, vast, and malleable, always in flux. In its depths dwell vast forces and alien energies. They're dangerous. But in one of these places, if you know how, you can channel the power of that place and use it to shape reality.
Where's the other manuscript? Oh, right here on the floor. The Genesis of Mr. Scratch.
I've seen the enemy, and it's me. I've faced dark horrors before, things that live in the unimaginable pressures of the world beyond our own. Sometimes they masquerade as humans. That's what ultimately lurks inside Mr. Scratch.
Mr.
He's every tabloid story about me. An evil caricature. A creature formed in that vague territory of misconceptions, half-truths and the dark imagination of people who heard a story about me. An urban legend made flesh. A serial killer. My dark half. Brought to life by the power of Cauldron Lake.
I mean, that's pretty nutty that Al, like, his dark side is Mr. Scratch. How do we get in here? Go through this gate? Uh-oh, I hear somebody who wants to fight. The darkness.
The darkness rose from the depths of Cauldron Lake and took Alice. It needed words. It needed me to write its way into our world. She was leverage, a hostage. I complied, but with a twist. I put in a loophole that gave me a chance to fight back. I was hunted by shadowy enemies, but I faced the darkness. I fought it with light. I drove it back. I saved Alice, but it came with a cost. I was trapped in the dark place below Cauldron Lake.
Everyone has a dark side. I mean, that's a really dark side. Like, everyone has a dark side, but I don't think everyone is killing people. I hear birds. Hey. Alright, hunting rifle is not so bad. Strong. Definitely very, very strong. We'll save our Uzi. Just because I don't know where another ammo stock will be. Oh, hear more birds. Oh, there's a manuscript? Yes. Let's see. This is called The Nature of Stories.
Stories come naturally to us. We can't help it. There are many different worlds, many competing realities within our heads, fueled by books, television, even barely remembered childhood tales. There's an endless supply of fictional concepts more familiar to us than anything or anyone real. We have a far greater connection to the fictional characters we know and love than the random people we pass on the street. Our destinies and inspirations are shaped by lies, myths, and fables.
Let's see. If all the things people assumed about you were true, who would it look like? And Spicy Beef Bowl responds with, a cross between Bob Ross, Pee Wee Herman, and Grimace.
I suppose you'd better come in. I'll unlock the door.
Oh god. Who would it look like? I don't know. Like, what is that supposed to... I don't know if it would look like... I don't know if it would look like a character. I guess it would be me, right? The same way like Alan is here as Mr. Scratch.
I want you to understand that.
Holy shit. Like, this is beyond Dark Side
Like
Kizzer.
this. Need to get your hands dirty? No batteries, no moving parts, just physics. That's technology you can depend on. It's a classic. Speaking of classics,
Ooh, the razor.
you need to be careful with this one, though. If the victim suddenly twists, you might end up cutting yourself. It's not really a workhorse, but I'm a sucker for this style. Now this is more like it. You've got slip-resistant grip. Believe me, you really want that traction once you're wrist deep in somebody. The blade's stiff enough so it won't open by accident in your pocket, but it's still really easy to open with just one hand. Now that's a big thing for me. I know what you're thinking. It's too big, too heavy. But sometimes you just need the extra oomph.
Jesus, this is the mind of a serial killer.
This is gonna do the job. Also great for dismemberings and whatnot. You know, the messy jobs. I can't tell you how many things I've MacGyvered with this stuff. Okay, now, guns. Not a big fan. I mean, how are you supposed to really connect with somebody with a bullet? I want you to understand that. I take pride in what I do. We can't both be worthless hacks, can we?
Holy shit. Let's see, I'm not talking about physically. So what do you mean? Emotionally? Mentally? I'm not really following you.
You'll have to forgive me, but this feels very strange. It seems like this has all happened before.
I have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed.
Yep, let me in, Doc. Look, Alan Wake, just like that, fixes a telescope. Fixes like $100 million telescope. Probably, actually, way more than 100. Probably like a $2 billion telescope.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal.
Never mind. No, I'm asking for you to explain it.
I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of this is very strange to me.
Okay, Doc, I can come on up. Come visit you. For a hot second. See what she needs to know.
Hello.
I don't quite know what's going on, but I seem to remember having had
Get
this
on the
encounter
ground.
before.
It's not deja vu, Doctor. This has happened before.
The last time Alan saw her, he said, "Why are you dressed like this?"
I can't really explain it. I suppose...
I think you'd look
call
like
it
Dana
magic.
White, a fucking fighter.
Neither do I. But I can't argue with what I've experienced.
I think I
What
definitely
matters
would
now
look
is the
like,
signal. The last time we only
I don't know, who's a big
the rest
fighter.
of it. Whether you believe me or not, you want to look into this as much as I do,
Probably
right?
Rashad.
I...
Rip a door in half.
All right.
I realize that you have trouble believing this.
That's an understatement. I can't deny that what you say resonates with me on some level I don't pretend to understand. But for all I know, I'm simply delusional.
But it's not just you. I've experienced the same thing as you. Doesn't that prove something, at least?
Maybe. On the other hand, given your appearance, and the fact that you're trying to convince me that I'm not insane, perhaps you're merely a hallucination that accompanies my delusions.
You're not having a psychotic episode, Doctor. For what it's worth, I'm a skeptic by nature. I completely understand your reluctance to believe me.
There are people caught so deep in their psychosis that they retroactively manufacture memories and beliefs that conform to the situation at hand.
Sure, but you have to stop second-guessing yourself at some point, if you want to get something done.
Mm-hmm. That's it. She just turns away, just like that. Alright, thanks, Doc. Great talk. I come in to help explain things to you, and you just shut me out. Fucking rude, Dr. Meadows. Oh, looks like there's a manuscript page here. Maybe outside? Outside and around? Yep, there it is. On the little cart. What's this? The combat shotgun. Oh, we can't do that. We don't have enough yet. We only have 28.
The Taken may well be the tool the darkness favors over any other. At some point, they used to be human, but whatever humanity they once had is long gone. Now they're just shells covered and filled by darkness. The Taken Mr. throws at me are more grotesque and varied than the ones I first encountered in Bright Falls. But I know how to deal with them. I'd be lying if I said they don't frighten me. But I've survived worse. I can't let them stop me.
To be completely honest, I think the Taken Mr. Scratch has given us are kind of shit. The ones in Bright Falls were significantly harder than this. Unless they get harder as we go. Let's see. Oh, speak of the devil. I mean, yeah, you guys, we can fuck around. I could just drop a flashbang too. See ya. Oh, the gas man. See ya. Crushing the game.
The light, am I correct? You should be able to turn on the lights and secure the area that way.
Doctor, can you hear me? I think we're good to go.
All right. I'll start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
Uh-oh. We gotta fight cars. Oh shit.
I guess they didn't like that.
Guess not.
Old damn mountain's trying to kill me.
Oh, yeah. I see you redeemed a in real life voice band. Okay. And I definitely have what it takes to be a fighter. So I guess I'll voice band myself until I get to Dr. Meadows.
Find the signal?
Yes. I don't think it's quite the same thing we had, the last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Are we getting the complete signal now?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though, if you don't mind.
What's on your mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Yes. I was involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned
That is Alan Wake in a nutshell.
And free my wife, but I was trapped in its world.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. So, I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I fought these things, not exactly like this, but close enough for a good while now. Of course, I have certain advantages. Was there anything else?
What did you mean when you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic, reality is much more fluid than people think. It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions, I can, for lack of a better word, rewrite reality. Change things.
That's absurd.
But it works.
Assuming I believe this, why don't you simply, I don't know, write yourself some superpowers?
It's not quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and symbolism. Often what you write isn't anywhere near as important as what you imply. There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in this?
Don't look at me like that. You've experienced some of this yourself.
I will gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments against us, what gives
So I
you
got the
right?
Uzi.
Well, it's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's all right to take advantage of someone if they aren't
Oh,
aware of
boy.
it?
Just getting very
all I meant was that
philosophical
you're
here.
genuinely making all your own decisions, and those decisions lead to whatever destiny you have. What practical difference does it make?
Stretch.
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics
Ooh,
or probability,
stretching,
or natural
baby.
reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial, or by some kind of an intelligence.
There we go. Got some
If it's
good
the latter,
stretch.
that intelligence makes
Thank you,
choices based on
Kizzer.
some criteria. If we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and
I hope you
ethical
are all
balance
stretching
involved,
as well.
regardless of whether we're aware of its manipulations. Wouldn't you agree?
You're taking this very well. I thought you'd be hangry.
Because I
Hangry.
would be if I thought you could actually do this.
I think he said. I think Alan said hangry.
Another printout. Another signal fragment. The message is still not complete, but it's another piece of the weapon he has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness.
Guess we're going to the movie theater now. Let's see. Yep.
The last time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well. He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has brought with him to this place
And
is
it's an
enough.
Uzi. I wonder if that girl's still in here. The one that's all hot and horny.
Ugh. Serena's probably out of her mind again. But I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on.
Oh yeah, she is. She is. The danger of creation.
To change the world, you must craft a blueprint for the new reality. Any work of art will do, as long as it's a genuine act of creation. That's what the energies of the dark place respond to. The results may be subtle and perplexing, or far-ranging and momentous. My area of expertise, the written word, gives much more precise results than music or interpretive dance would, for instance. But words can be extremely dangerous. What you define may become reality, but so can that which you imply, even if you don't realize you're doing so.
Okay, fair, true. Hey, baby.
You again?
I'm really just here to get the keys so I can get the power back on.
You wanna hold me down? It's okay. I know you like that.
Yeah, I'll just grab the keys.
I could be like your wife. Little wifey. Waiting at home for hubby. Or you could be the mailman. Or the neighbor.
I'm already married to someone who is amazing, thanks. I'm just gonna go and...
Oh, Al. Heartless.
Look, I may or may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power is on...
You should totally come see me. We could have fun. You know.
We'll see how it goes. You should sit down or something. Try to stay calm.
Alright. Oh, excuse me.
I don't want to be calm. I want to be nasty. I want to be nasty with
Oh my
you.
goodness.
Yeah. Okay.
You could do anything you want. You can use my...
Let's not even go there. I was hoping that you'd remember more, but I guess that was too much to ask.
Oh my. You can even use my... what? Probably car.
Getting it yet, genius?
If I had to guess. Oh, can we unlock this? The sawed-off shotgun. Over a submachine gun? No. We are keeping this Uzi. All game, baby. I'm not changing out the Uzi until I absolutely have to. Yep, I remember this. Hey, hey. There's another TV in here. What do we think Mr. Scratch is doing now? Let's watch his crazy antics. Oh shit. Is that the woman we killed?
I want to talk
Oh,
about
it's Alice.
Just look at her. She's really beautiful, isn't she? Your wife. Well, our wife, really. Just my wife soon. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her like the others. She's special. If I wanted her dead, she would be. I've been around for a while now. So talented. You haven't seen her new work, of course. Oh, it takes my breath away. Really, she's that good. Did you know that I've got a wedding ring, too? We're that similar. She's seen me a couple times, you know? I've let her catch glimpses. She thinks she's imagining things, of course. She thinks you're dead. You might as well be. I mean, even if you manage to keep surviving, you'll be in my trap forever.
Which I guess is this time loop.
So I'll go to her. It'll be an amazing moment. Oh my God, you're alive. I'll be the good, loving husband for as long as I can stand it. She'll love it. And then, one day, somehow, it'll happen. Maybe I'll slip up, she spots something, or maybe she just starts running her mouth. And then, I'll do it. It's gonna be sweet.
What, kill her? I guess, right? How he's talking about killing her.
My darling wife.
Ooh, man, Mr. Scratch. guy's fucking nuts. Alright, let's restore the power. Oh, manuscript page, manuscript page. The doppelganger.
It's obvious that for all his power, Mr. is an agent of another greater being. The dark place he came from is full of terrible alien intelligences, dark presences, and none of them should be let loose in our world. He serves one of them. He'll open the way for them if I don't stop him. But he'll do more. He'll take over my life. He already has my face. He already uses my name. He'll become Alan Wake in every way imaginable and corrupt everything, unless I can stop him.
So let's stop him. We didn't even use the flare gun yet. Ugh.
Like a little hamster in a wheel. Go ahead and keep running.
Alright, might as well. We have 10, so why not? Oh, the assault rifle. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. We are fully automatic Alan Wake. Oh, we are gonna fuck some things up. Big time. I hear what sounds like footsteps, but I can't really hear it. Let's see, Serena Valdivia.
For Serena Valdivia, burning the midnight oil was more of an exception than a rule. A procrastinator and a perfectionist, she often worked when she wouldn't be disturbed. Tonight was especially important. The film festival would open tomorrow, and there was still so much to sort out. It wasn't that the work hadn't been done. She just didn't feel like she had completely mastered everything yet.
Just the middle one. Spiders. That's what we got coming in on us now? Holy shit. Oh gosh. This is fucking nuts. Where's the other manuscript page? Oh, here it is. Let's see. Survival in the dark place.
The dark place is utterly hostile to human life. It eats at your mind, wants you to succumb to madness. Your own thoughts can turn against you. Every shadow conceals a threat that attacks at the slightest sign of weakness. You're under endless assault. Every day is a struggle for survival. But I've learned to take care of myself. I focus on Alice, our life together, my need to be with her. That takes me a long way in the dark place. As long as I have my gun and the flashlight.
It's all we need, baby. Gun and the flash. We got the battle music on, so... Are there more spiders or something? Oh, Mr. Scratch.
If you die, you lose. If you quit, you lose. If you make it to the end of the loop, you still lose. Sucker.
I mean, whatever, man. Let's just... Oh my god. Oh, I love this gun. Alan Wake Call of Duty. Alan answers the call. Guess we'll switch back to the Uzi, just so we have a few more bullets for it until we get to this ammo box. Oh, we gotta fight the projector. The dark fountains again. Oops. Do not want to waste a flashbang there. What I wanted was a flare. One fountain down. Two fountains down. I did see a manuscript icon. Yep. Oh, gentlemen. We are out of bullets. Alright, the plan.
I have created the weapon that can put an end to this. A blueprint to a new reality. All I have to do is survive long enough to use it. My arrival from the dark place will be painful and difficult. These pages may be lost. But one way or another, I'll send the parts I really need to myself. If I make it outside, I have a chance. Mr. is more powerful than I am, but he can't change the rules in the middle of the game. He's not a creator. I am.
So we're writing... We're writing this actively as well, I suppose? Very good. Very good. Good fight. Let's get some bullets. Guess we gotta reset the loop now.
The Champion of Light knows that the time itself is about to end. At least for him. He can feel the dead end rushing towards him. But there is time to act. Incomplete or not, he has the weapon.
I don't have the whole thing, but maybe it's enough.
Late at night, summer over, film noir poster visible, a spotlight illuminated the red fire extinguisher. Alright, that's late at night. Summer. There's the red fire extinguisher. Film noir. Not Tom the Poet, A Gift of Thorns. We in here.
It's not enough.
Nope. We're looped again.
You're trying to be cute, aren't you? What are you up to? It's a waste of time, buddy. You should just lie down and die. Let me take over. This is the only thing you've got coming to you. From here to eternity. No matter how many times you come back.
I guess he was ready for it that time. Alright.
Time folds back on
Another
itself.
loop.
Again.
I guess that's why it's called American Nightmare.
As the very impossibility of what is happening assaults them. But the champion of light endures. Each time he gets a little closer. Each time another detail falls into place. Now the trap works against the Herald of Darkness.
The Spectre.
In Bright Falls, I was constantly under attack by birds that were more shadow than flesh and feathers. But this is an evolution. Some of the Taken were actually capable of turning into a flock of birds to escape my attacks, and turning back into human form to make surprise attacks.
Yes, that is what was happening. At least we get to keep our guns and shit, like, on every loop, instead of needing to restock up on everything. Oh shit. Chainsaw Man.
Holy shit. What are you, King Hillbilly?
Beat on him. I need more ammo. Let's see, Old Gods of Asgard.
Thor and Odin Anderson, old gods of Asgard. I still don't quite know what to make of them. I know they used to be rock stars who modeled their stage personas after Norse gods. I know they're old. I know that in their day they fought the darkness as I do. I know they're demented and insane, ravaged by age and self-abuse. But there's something in them, something powerful that took hold when they were touched by the powers beyond. A thing that goes far beyond just stage names. Something godlike.
Yes, one of the best parts of the original Alan Wake that I completely missed because I skipped the cutscene by mistake. Alright, do we get to save Emma this time? Maybe? Maybe?
Right on cue, bubbling to the surface from untold depths, the horrors come. The emerging monsters do not expect the warm reception that has already been prepared for them.
Oh. So we already have this set. Alright, we get a little Kasabian again. Here we go. Third time's a charm.
Stop.
Hell
Save
yeah.
Emma.
Let's save Emma. She deserves it. Oh, Chainsaw Man. I'm saving you, Emma, baby. Where's the manuscript? Oh, here it is. Old Gods in the Studio.
Getting the Andersons into the recording studio was a struggle and a half. But once they actually picked up the instruments, something happened. They were two old men, and they weren't. They were doddering bags of bone, and they were barely contained power. And there was music. Barry rubbed his hands together. He knew how to pick a winner.
Barry.
Now all they needed was some direction on how to make things a little more modern. Barry had never produced a thing in his life, but he knew what he liked. He knew Balance Slays the Demon was going to be a hit.
Barry. Alright, let's make sure we have full ammo.
Is it bad that this time I just went, oh, he's gonna be
Not as long as I show up, I guess.
What are we doing? Gotta stock up. I need these birds to land. There we go.
It's clear now.
Open up, Emma. Come on, honey. Let's go.
Yeah, thanks for saving me again. I'd hate to die before I'm scheduled to be murdered.
I guess I have you to thank for setting everything up at the oil derrick.
Yeah, well, I figured
At least
that
she's
if we were
remembering
going to
too,
go
right?
over this again, we might as well try
And
to be
Dr.
smart about
Meadows,
it, huh?
I assume.
I appreciate it. You took a big chance doing that. You okay?
What do you think? I've died twice. I remember everything pretty clearly now. You said I was gonna be okay.
I don't know what happened.
Well, it's not your fault. I think one of those, what did you call them? The takers? I think they did something to the power and they got me that way.
I'm sorry.
But I got the keys from the dead guy in that room. And I'm not handing them over until you do something about this. I'm sick of getting killed.
Fair enough. You seem calmer now.
I tried freaking out. Didn't do much good for me. I guess you get used to the craziest stuff.
Good for you.
Plus I figured I'd take the edge off, you know?
Mm-hmm. Those herbal supplements are pretty good, huh?
Oh,
Herbal
yeah.
supplements.
I wanted to try to explain
We
things to you
taking
now since
pot?
you're calmer, but maybe this isn't the best time after all.
Oh, shit, yeah. Better not get all metaphysical on me now. Seriously, I'm like 2 sentences away from thinking how we could all be like...
Your side chick is
atoms on
alive, yeah,
one
this
skin
time.
or
But who
something.
knows? She was alive the last
of
time
somebody's
too, and then we
imagination.
left and she died instantly.
Wow. I'm just gonna try to chill out and not think about that or getting murdered or anything, if you're cool with that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm trying to protect you, Emma. We'll do our best. Let's get some of these manuscript pages, assuming I have the keys. Nope, not yet. I thought she would at least give me the motel keys, but let's secure the fuse box. Hey. Hey! Should we see what Mr. Scratch is up to over here? Oh, there's a manuscript page anyway. So it works in our favor. Let's see. Emma and Mr. Scratch.
Emma wasn't sure exactly when the man arrived at the motel. But from what she could tell, The party started almost immediately. It was infectious, spreading from one room to another. He was mercurial, almost as if he was flickering through the scene, telling a joke here, throwing an insult there, oozing sex and violence and excitement. She had never seen someone like this before. He looked at her and smiled, and she felt her heart flutter a little. She knew he
You
was
clapping
the kind of
Emma?
man
I don't
mothers
know.
warn their daughters about, but she told herself it didn't matter.
I don't know who Alan's clapping. He seems to be a committed man. Let's see what Mr. Scratch is up to.
So I've been thinking about Barry. I don't know what to do about him yet. I mean, I'm not gonna keep him around, that's for sure. Al? Ugh, little parasite. Your best friend. Really? That's the best you can do. I actually kind of like the guy. He's a plucky little buddy bum. He plays the clown. That's a hard road to take. But I don't need him sticking his fat face in my business. Did you know he's been hanging out with the sheriff from that shitty little town?
Barry.
Judge. Barry's about the only guy who insists that you're not dead. How about,
How about
that?
this?
I might keep him alive for a while. Just to see him go to pieces when I fire his ass. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Well, so far it looks like we've saved Emma. But I don't know if we've actually saved Emma. Let's see.
Okay. I really don't think they can get to the power now.
Thank you. That's a relief. Here's the keys that you needed.
Thank you.
Hey, I have to tell you, at the diner, I went there with him. The guy who looks like you, okay? I know I said that I didn't.
Yeah, I figured. Want to talk about what happened at the diner?
There was this guy from the observatory, and he just attacked the poor dude, smashed his face into the tabletop a bunch of times. It was horrible. I didn't know that he was gonna do that. I swear. And I just ran. I just left him there. I didn't even try to help.
There was nothing you could have done. It's not your fault.
Well, he's dead in that motel room now, so excuse me if I feel pretty shitty about it anyway.
You shouldn't blame yourself.
I just didn't want to get involved. I have this tendency to just drop everything and run. I don't think I'm a bad person, but I didn't even call the cops. I'm such a coward.
If you'd called the cops, we'd have dead cops. He's not human. Do you understand? It's not your fault.
But I could have tried to stop him.
Believe me, if you had, you'd be
Let's see.
dead.
Time out somebody else.
You seem to be doing a
Sub
lot
me.
better
Well, who'd you time out?
Yeah,
Time
guess it
child.
just got easier once I got this thing
The
off my
time out
chest.
child.
I just feel so guilty about it, especially because I didn't pick up on any of the warning signs. I just really liked hanging out with him, you know?
Oh, you didn't time out
He was
Beef Ball.
smart and charming and funny and hot. The way you could be, I guess.
I guess.
What's the deal with this guy anyway? He looks like you, he uses
Is it
your
random
name.
who you
Why
timed
does
out?
he do this stuff?
I'm not sure myself. Maybe he's just evil or my dark half. He does a lot of the stuff I'm trying really hard to get away from. Things that just messed up my life.
I guess all those murders don't help either.
Yeah, I could do without the murders and the end of the world.
You need to get going.
Listen, I need to get going.
Yeah, go. I think I'm good now. I hope.
Good luck. If it all goes well, maybe this is the last time we meet like this.
God, wouldn't that be great?
Just keep those lights on,
Oh,
okay?
this is the moment of truth. Is she gonna die? Let's get the manuscript. Oh, no manuscript? Is it outside? Might be outside again, like the other one. Well, let's go get it at the very least. Gotta be up here. Let's see, the giant.
I have seen the darkness twist flesh into new shapes before, but encountering these giants is an extremely disturbing experience. It's as if the genre has been switched on me. There's something out of Pulp Fiction. Twice as
Alan
tall as
runs
normal
like he's
men,
got
but
a
stronger than
log in
forklifts.
his drawers.
Their lumbering gait and slow-witted demeanor brings
Well, I
to
mean,
mind
we've
some
been
kind of
playing,
mean-spirited
what is this, the
caricature of a
third
feeble-minded
third
hillbilly.
time loop here, and I mean, I haven't been to the bathroom once as Alan, so he might be pinching a loaf hardcore. This is the observatory, dude, I think, right? Yeah, okay, so we don't want to go there yet. Let's just see if there's something in here worth a damn. Flashbang, worth it. Alright, let's check the body and go to the observatory. See Dr. Meadows again.
The fate of countless individuals hangs in the balance, threatened by the machinations of the Herald of Darkness. And yet, for a moment, the Champion of Light breathes a little easier. He has saved one life. For this moment, it is enough. And soon, perhaps, he can put an end to this.
Alright. Maybe Dr. Meadows already fixed the frickin' telescope herself. Let's see what happens at the observatory.
Returning to the observatory for what he hopes is the final time, the man feels anticipation and dread in equal measure. Soon, he knows he will have what he needs.
Yep, out of the car comes Alan.
Hello, I was expecting you. I've already taken care of the imaging array, but you should still look into securing the primary coolant flow. With some luck, you may be able to light the area before these things
Perfect.
even
Thank
show
you
up.
so much, Dr. Meadows. Thank you so much. Easy there, Tex. I hear people.
Very good. I believe we're ready to look into the sky.
Right there, Doctor.
Gonna pop out all the lights. Oh yeah, here comes the car. I still hate like this possessed shit. So annoying. Hey, hey, hey. Alright, good, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Oh, manuscript. I do want it. Let's see. Everything. Oh, wait.
The film noir poster reminded me of Alex Casey.
Oh, this is
Detective's
from the
cool
end of
exterior
film
never
loop number
cracking,
2
even with
from the
gun
projector
pointed
room.
in his face. In the back room, all the lights had been turned off, except for the lone spotlight which illuminated the bright red fire extinguisher on the wall.
I mean, I will say, I'm not really looking forward to having to do that, like, kill all the oil battery again. But I do have the flare gun, I guess, which I really haven't been using. And I should be. Can we open up this attaché case? The combat shotgun. But is it better than the assault rifle? I don't think so. I mean, it's looking nice. Oh, we got a car up on the door. That's alright. Take care of that nice and easy.
Come on in.
Thank you, Doctor. See what Mr. Scratch has to say.
This is what you look like. Does that bother you? I bet it does. I'm not just wearing your face, you know. It goes a lot deeper than that. There's a lot of you and me. All the best parts.
Like what?
At first, I was just an idea. But they kept telling all those stories about you. You already had that rep. And then you disappeared mysteriously. And then the stories about bad, crazy Alan Wake came true. And here I am. That's the best part, isn't it? When that happens, you can always count on Cauldron Lake. I'm just as real as you are. And I'm the improved version. No fears, no doubt, no weaknesses, no self-deception here. I don't let anything drag me down. I know you like I know myself. I know it bothers you that I'm like this. That I use your name, crawl my way into your life. But I only do it because I'm better at being you than you ever were.
Okay, let's see what the doctor has to say. See what she has to say about this. Hey, Doc. Oh, shit.
You need to protect the telescope or we can't complete the signal.
Whoa! Where did this music come from? Holy shit! did things like that.
There, I have it. But I wish these things would stop blatantly violating the laws of physics in my observatory. That's just rude. Are you all right?
I'll live.
I'm glad. I'll send the lift down to you.
Please do.
I remember our previous encounters very clearly now. But technically, if this really is a loop in time, we've never met before. I don't know why our awareness persists, but it's bloody fascinating.
Hello, Doctor.
Doctor?
You know, I know physicists who would give 15 years of their lives for a chance to experience something like this.
I'd imagine that being stalked by horrible axe murderers would curb their enthusiasm a little.
Clearly you've never met hardcore physicists.
I'm glad you're in such good spirits, but
Signal! Yes, it's completed.
finally. If all goes well,
Oh,
this should be
okay.
the last time we
Hey,
go through the
third.
loop.
That would be nice.
You know,
Third time's a
I
charm.
just
Here.
realized that I don't have any memory of what happens after you leave. What does that mean?
I don't think it means anything. If everything goes well, you just keep going. I don't show up here like this again, no more bad guys. Things go back to normal.
Let's hope you're right. I'd love the opportunity to look into this in more detail.
Looks like you've accepted the situation.
I'm a pragmatist. If this is a delusion, at least my first psychotic episode is anything but boring. Really, Mr. Wake, at the end of the day, I'm a scientist. I love mysteries. I love not knowing. Whatever else this might be, it's absolutely fascinating. I wonder how far this reaches. Is everybody in the world experiencing this?
Who knows? I think reality's probably pretty fragile right now. Doctor, I can see you're very enthusiastic about this. I'd appreciate a bit of discretion.
Are you suggesting that we should suppress this?
No, you can do what you like, but I want you to leave me out of it.
But surely, with the things you know, the things you've experienced, you can replicate any of these results. We could...
Let me be blunt. If you drag me into this, I'll deny everything. I'll lie like my life depended on it. And writers are damn good liars. Word of advice. This is things man was not meant to know territory. You get into this, chances are you'll open up a door into a world of hurt. Believe me, I know.
I see.
Damn. Just set her right off. All right, here we go to the theater.
In a strange way, he feels at ease. He is armed with his own words, and when the time comes, they will be enough or they will not. For now, he's content to let the currents take him toward the final
Here we
confrontation.
go. The final confrontation. Maybe the end of the DLC as well. I assume so.
Once more, we return to the drive-in. If he's aware of the absurdity of arming oneself with a few sentences and standing against a power that can pierce time itself, he doesn't show it. The man has his share of weaknesses, perhaps more, but cowardice is not among them.
Oh,
Oh, you got yourself a little plan,
just
dude.
going right in it, huh? Alrighty. Surprised we haven't seen a manuscript page yet. Okay. Guys cannot handle bullets, baby. Holy shit, Alonzo. I'm gonna have to switch over to the Uzi soon. Flashbangs, flashbangs? Very good. Alright, let's see what the thing says. Looks like just number 3 this time. No one's coming in this time. Gotta run around the edge. Oh shit. We good? Holy crap. That guy came out of nowhere. But I gotta say, I do not feel afraid with my assault rifle in tow. Oh shit, I did it again. Oh god, I did it again.
Never getting out of this, Wake. Never! Don't worry. I'll take care of your wife and your life.
That's it. We're psycho, baby. We're so psycho, we just dropped 2 flashbangs and that's all we needed. I should have just let it play out to keep the music running. Oh shit. Tell me I'm a psycho.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but I'll send you right back to the beginning.
I kinda want this manuscript. I do. Let's read it. Serena and Mr. Scratch.
When the Dark Man's eyes suddenly locked into Serena's, she flushed hot. They ignited a black fire.
Oh shit.
He was talking. He wanted the power turned off. He said something about the projector booth. She hooked a finger under his belt buckle. He grabbed a hold of her throat and twisted until it hurt. Somewhere deep inside, a part of her screamed in paralyzed horror, but the moan that escaped from her throat had no panic in it. Pay attention, he said. Business first. His eyes glittered shamelessly. Hers did too.
Talk about bad girl. We need ammo. Yes, we do.
What? You think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like the
Oh, we gotta do the frickin' oil things again. Okay. Let's load up. This is focusing the beam.
There's more to fighting the Taken than just burning away the darkness that protects them. When I'm fighting for my life, I find myself slipping into a state of intense concentration that makes the beam of my flashlight seem more powerful and focused. I used to think it was just my imagination, something brought on by the adrenaline and fear of death. But now I'm not so sure. I've been touched by powers that I can't begin to truly comprehend. And they've left a mark. I'm starting to think this might be a part of it.
I want to watch this, but I have a feeling, yeah, like guys are coming at me, so we're not going to be able to do this. Where are our dark fountains? Come on, Alan, vault, for God's sake. Ooh, flare gun does nice work, man. Look at that. Melt him down, baby. Hell yeah. Good thing we kept all that flare gun. Make quick work. Alright, let's... Hopefully this is it.
Again, the Champion of Light enters the final trap. The new reality is almost here. All he needs to do is change the details of the scene, push it past the breaking point, and the rest will snap into place.
Alright. Alice's film is the only thing that's new. So that's 1, 2. Projector up. Let's do it. This should be it. See if we did it right.
Oh, come on, buddy. Why don't you... What? What is this? No! No! You can't do this! All I did was take the things you always wanted and never had the balls to go for. It's my turn now. It's my life. It's my
Dang.
Alan? Is it really you?
It's really me.
How? I love you.
I love you.
A woman, a man, two lovers, held apart for far too long, enveloped in the light of a glorious dawn. They both feel it. He's home at last.
We're back, baby. I guess?
Are these
Maybe?
actual events?
Actually, no,
or
because in
merely a
Alan Wake
dream?
2, he's in the dark place
A
still.
memory or a glimpse of what is to come. One thing is certain. This scene takes place in another time and another place, far, far away from Night Springs.
That's it, baby. That's Alan Wake. We did it. That's it. There's no more DLCs. PC version. Thank you, Remedy team. That's good. That's good. That was a very good game. End to end. I very much enjoyed it. Cool story, different. American Nightmare definitely made things a little easier. You know, it certainly took away from, I guess, some of the character that Alan Wake regular had, but it was also like a really funny change of pace. Like walking around with the guns and
I'm gonna
and
tell
all
you a
that
secret.
and all that
There are
stuff.
pla-
Let me just go over here for a second. Alan Wake 2 day 1 release stream. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what, 2 years from now, but I could do that, sure. We could pencil that in now that I have played the series. Definitely a fun series though. The story was a little confusing at first, but Time Child especially, thank you for helping me through it. Once we hit like chapter 4 and 5 of the first game and it all kind of clicked and made sense, it was cool. But that's Alan Wake, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the ride. That means tomorrow, when we stream, we are starting nice and fresh with Dark Souls 3, and we haven't played a Souls game since I played Demon Souls, which was a few games back. I forget sort of what we played in between, but I don't think I've played a Souls game since then, so going right to Dark Souls 3, not wanting to. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure it's gonna be annoying at times, but if we could beat Demon Souls, I'm confident that with some time and effort, we can beat this as well. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Time Child, Spicy Beef Bowl, Kizzer, Pitcha, anyone else who was here and just, oh, Beautiful Eric, and anyone else who was here and just didn't announce themselves in the chat. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. If it's Wednesday where you are, I hope you start the day and have a good one. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. Be on the lookout on my Twitter. I'm going to tweet this week's schedule. Obviously, I didn't do it for today, but it's tomorrow. And then potentially we're looking at a weekend stream. I just don't know what day/night. If I had to assume, probably Sunday night, but maybe not. Maybe we can squeeze something else in there as well. Mwah. Thank you so much for joining this Alan Wake adventure with me. Have an excellent evening. And ta-ta. Yes, I do want to quit. And I will be quitting to my bed. Have a good one.